Every MMO runs out of content. Right, right. And that is the argument they make a lot, the players. Listen, I love FFXIV. I had a blast. Raids were super fun. I love the character developments. But I feel like at the end, I've run out of things to do. And yes, every MMO, you run out of things to do. But at least WoW, you still have like Mythic Pluses and PvPs where I could spam and have fun. Try to crush the...
I think that you run out of things you want to do. Like, I don't think that in an MMO you can actually run out of things to do. Why would people want to do Mythic Plus? I mean, some people do, right? It depends on the interest, on what the person is interested at. For example, in theory, I could do pet battles, right? But I'm not interested in that. I could farm all raids for transmog. That's something that I would do occasionally, right? But yeah, I'm curious.
ratings, of course. FF just didn't have that for me. I loved the game and I was on it all day long, but I couldn't find something to do, if that makes sense.
It does make sense because you come from World of Warcraft. You're used to a carrot on a stick mentality. You're used to be awarded by doing something. Like, you don't do something for the experience, but you do something for the reward that will come by doing the experience, right? So, like, you don't focus on the moment, but you focus on what you're gonna get. It makes sense. I can personally empathize with his situation right now. And I feel it. I feel just like that myself.
Like, I kept logging on, right? I kept logging on. I already had Crystal. We cleared DSR. We did everything possible. I logged on and all I really did was stand in front of the house and just stand.
Bro, that's the real content though. You just get a house first of all, and now everybody hates you, right? But you just get a house, and you now have a house, and you sit in front of your house because you have a house. Like, you're Thanos. What did Thanos do after he just snapped the universe, right? He became a farmer. That's what you become in this game. You become a gatherer or something, right?
It's like 90% of the player, dude. Like, my neighbor, they log in, slash, what is that thing where you like go against the wall? They did the slash thingy, and they just sit there. They're like statues. Until somebody walks them and talks to them, then they start talking, right?
I think it's
I was becoming a statue too, so I was like, dude, I can't play this anymore. I need like fun stuff. So I went to play Lost Ark, and Lost Ark was a blast.
I stopped playing FF to go and play Lost Ark. Yeah, it can be fun. I mean, it depends, right? For me, I'm not interested at all because of the clicking thingy, right? Games like this don't appeal to me, right? But yeah, I mean, if you have money and you want to swap and you, I don't know, like become Lord or something, maybe you're interested in that. Personally, I would prefer to go and play New World, even though I have never played New World. I have never played New World, right? But I would not mind to try it out. Lost Ark, I didn't care. Like, I don't give a fuck about that game.
AFK and Dala 90% of the private. Yeah, it's kind of like that, I guess.
That's true.
Slash lean. Listen, I loved FF, but I just ran out of things to do.
Makes Bobby Kotick look like a saint. Nothing makes Bobby Kotick look like a saint.
FF. I do want to play it again, but I don't know what I would do if I go back, right?
Wait for the MSQ.
Roleplay though? That's why if I wasn't a streamer or YouTuber, I think I'd play FF. But as a streamer YouTuber, I need to fuel my content. And I don't think I can just RP and type and smash my PP.
Oh, okay. No, this thing actually makes sense. Like, from me and what I've noticed, and I like Final Fantasy XIV community. Like, you guys have really embraced me as a creator, especially like in comparison to what I was expecting to happen, right? Many of my Final Fantasy XIV videos are just fucking popping off, right? It's the best community that I've had the opportunity with associating with, right? But there is no denying that most of the FF viewers are interested in seeing the streamer react to the MSQ. And they want to see, or they expect you to react in a way, you are reacting in a different way, now you finally have something to discuss about, or a conversation, and so on and so forth, right? But no one really cares that much about the, I don't know, like about doing daily B-stripes, or about doing daily roulettes. Like, what could you do in FF that would be interesting content to watch, if not for the Bruclos questlines, right? React like I did stream. Yeah, I mean, like, you have people like this, right? But I'm really curious, like, I actually want to know, like, what would you watch, for example? Because you guys watched the LP's quests because they're amazing, right? You have the Blue Cross quest lines, you have the raids, you have the trials, you have so much content. And when you finish it, it's good to be done with it, right? It's good to say, you know what, we're done. Like, let's change a game. Another patch come next month, or in 2 months, or in 3 months, right? We're gonna go back into this. I think it's actually refreshing, but yeah, I think I understand his problem. 14 definitely runs out of content to do at point. The game doesn't have infinite treadmill, that's why I'm playing Guild Wars 2 at the moment. But I didn't feel like Savix tried much beyond what you'd expect with your WoW brain on. Raiding, PvP, etc. But doing events with your community is peak content. True. I mean, look, if you grow your community, but what type of events? Because it's true, I am also suffering from WoW brain, right? And my WoW brain is like, we make a community. What is an event that I would make with my community, right? And I'm thinking, and the answer is PvP, raiding, savage raiding, extreme raiding, ultimates. That's what pops to mind. Which arguably is not the only things you can do, right? Maps, maybe you could farm some maps. I think maps are fun content to watch, right? Because it's gamba, it's gambling, right? It's fucking gambling, right? So I guess it could be entertaining, but I don't know what else. And it's not bad. Yeah, maps are great. Yeah, that's what I think as well. But like, it's cool, like it's relaxing to take a break, I think, from this game, dude. Maybe I should try
I hate the
Guild Wars 2
colors
as
in
well.
FF, but I respect. You get used to it. I didn't like it at first too, but you get used to it. We're fine with PvP.
You get used to it. You get used
FF content is also bad. Besides a few community can't make YouTube content. You would ERP 100%. I haven't ERP'd ever, chat. I haven't ERP'd ever because I wanted to try it, but I'm afraid.
I have ERP'd, and not just once. I've ERP'd many times. You see, like, I haven't logged in for more than 5 minutes in 2 weeks. Oh, for 14. Yeah, of course. I just log in when I play Final Fantasy 14 on stream, really, to do some Blue Cross quest lines and so on and so forth, right? As for the ERP, I have ERP'd. I have ERP'd many times. I've made a lot of money by ERPing in Goldshire, actually, in Urgent Dawn. And yeah, I won't give you guys details, but I have Geschmock and someone's Geflavity. And someone has Geschmock and my Geflavity. Like, we've done this. I don't know, like, it's weird. Now that I'm older, it's weird. But when I was younger, it wasn't weird. Like, it was like something that I would, at start I would meme about, then I was like, okay, then I was like, okay, and then I stopped doing it. Like, this was a train of thought, right? Hey, we make money. Hey, this thing is interesting. Hey, this thing is no longer interesting. And just, you know, off and never do it again.
I'm afraid.
Don't be.
Yeah.
It's the fear goes away the first time you fuck a futa.
No Cove, I never ERP'd, dude.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Didn't you force me to ERP as well? No, I didn't. That is bullshit, dude. Afraid to become one with the cat girl. I will say, dude, their cat girl, bunny girl, they're super hot, man. But I know that behind the computer, they are body type 1. Smashing their PP, man. I will not consent.
Bro, okay, like, you know what? I need to address this shit, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the streamer that tells me to get my man out of the gutter all the time. Okay, I mean, get your man out of the gutter. Just because I did something a few years ago, actually a lot of years ago, doesn't mean that I would do it again, right? I mean, you can get yourself in a situation in the past, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you will do it in the present or the future, right? As for Savix right here, I mean, like, listen, you can tell. Like, if someone is squeezing the dragon behind the monitor while ERPing with you, you can tell. Because they focus too much on the geschmoikening part and too little to the plot, right? And if they, you know, come in real life, immediately the effectiveness, the efficiency, and the writing style just... Like, this is the best way to tell if someone is a fucking wanker. Trust me on this. The artistry goes out the window when they're fapping, and I am insulted. Why are you insulted? Why are you insulted?
Don't act like you didn't ERP with Steve's in Goldshire Basement. I didn't, man. I have not. I do miss FF chat. I don't hate the game. Don't get the wrong idea. I just ran out of stuff to do.
I don't think you can hate the
And
game
people
because
always
they're
bring up-
wasting my time. Oh yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like, you know, you're trying to give it your all, and the other way is just squeezing the dragon, right? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You can't hate the game. You can't hate the game. This is how I feel. Like, why would you? If you give FF enough time and it appeals to you, you can't hate it. Like, it's either for you or it's not for you. But I don't think you can hate it. Like, hatred is a very powerful emotion. In order for you to hate something, like you can hate WoW, for example. You could back in Shadow. And I'm not necessarily talking about Dragonflight. Back in Shadowlands, back in BFA, you could hate WoW. You could hate WoW in Legion. You could hate WoW in Warlords of Draenor. You could hate WoW in Mob because of Titan Forging, Warforging, Thunder Forging. Warforging was back in Mists of Pandaria, and Thunder Forging was the same as well, right? You have Titan Forges in BFA, for example. You have like all these problems, all these RNG factors. You got a gear. Does it have a socket? No, it doesn't have a socket. Did it Warforge? No, it didn't Warforge. Does it have leech? Are you playing a BTK and leech is super efficient for you? Okay, it does or it doesn't have leech. Do you have to farm AAP? Yeah, but you don't want to farm AP, but you have to farm AP, otherwise you're left behind and now you're cocking the entire team. So like, you have problems that will cause you to hate WoW, right? Same goes with ESO. Like, if you're gonna play, for example, ESO and you're super good up until day X. Day X, a new patch comes out, a new armor is OP as a motherfucker, and now suddenly you're fucked. Suddenly, all of your build is it's gone. It's like its effectiveness is reduced by 50% or something, you know. But or like you have to farm a new mythic item in order to be now competitive. So like you have like carrot on a stick mechanisms. FF doesn't really have carrot on a stick mechanisms, and that's why I don't think like it's easy to hate this game. Also, damn, my cats are just going apeshit. Like, holy crap.
Kept saying, "Oh, Yoshi P wants you to take breaks from the game," but I think that's a flawed system because if I love a game like I love WoW, I want to stay on that game forever, right? Just never log off and do stuff. FF players, there's a lot of players that want to like stay on and be on it forever, right?
I disagree. I think a game needs to be healthy for the player first, and then to make you want to play the game. But it has to be healthy for you. I can make a direct comparison between myself playing Final Fantasy XIV and myself playing World of Warcraft. And when I was going apeshit in World of Warcraft and when I'm going apeshit in Final Fantasy XIV, I have been an entirely different person in these two situations. In one situation with World of Warcraft, I would skip meals, I would forget to eat, I was 65 kilograms, I was like a stick, and now I'm playing FF and I feel like a fucking giga chat. I'm working out 5 times a week. Water polo, swimming, weights, calisthenics. I'm doing everything I want. I'm super happy, emotionally stable, emotionally happy. Like my life could not be better. And FF14 actually has contributed because it made me dissociate myself from the reward. Playing a game for the sake of playing the game. Because I can take breaks from Final Fantasy XIV, I got to play Hogwarts Legacy. I got to play Elden Ring. And we will play this year Dark Souls. Okay, Dark Souls Remastered, which was actually gifted to us by Mr. Bean, which I'm very thankful for that. So, just like that. And we're talking about, for example, Mr. Bean that I mentioned. I met him in FF. That's how we got to, like, he became a part of my community. The 1H here in the chat, he became a part of my community because of that. Both, like, so many people joined because of FF, and they just stuck around. And together we're just going on journeys in different, like, you know, games and so on and so forth. I think this is much healthier for a player. I think this is actually what a game should aspire to do. When Yoshi P tells you to take a break, it doesn't really mean like, stop playing my game. He means, don't feel the pressure to play the game. Like, I believe it revolves around the interpretation of the individual about how you perceive it, right? How you perceive it. When he says, you can take a break, you can take a break. Doesn't mean you have to, right? Can't invade you in Dark Souls. Never fix the online. Oh, I'm not gonna play online at all. I don't like Soulsborne online. Like I don't want to defeat a boss because I sought help from someone, or beat the bejesus out of someone, or someone beating the bejesus out of me.
And they should have a little bit more biscuits to chew on. I just couldn't find
so
that
against
biscuits
this.
to chew on. And then whenever I bring that up, they're like, "Oh, Yoshi P doesn't want you to play this game forever, so go play different games and come back later." But I don't want to come back later. I want to keep playing and do fun stuff there.
Then do that.
I did see them try to add Mythic Plus stuff, but I heard the rewards are not that good, so people stopped doing them. I just want something to chew on. If they have something to chew on that I like, first they need to get rid of the lag stuff in PvP. There's like delays.
Oh, true. True. No. Like this is 155% true. PvP in Final Fantasy XIV unfortunately feels terrible. I cannot enjoy this. Like the more serious I try to take it, the more I mold. If I don't give a shit, if I just play PvP for like, I don't know, like I watch something in my second monitor and suddenly my second monitor becomes my main monitor and I'm gaming PvP and I don't focus on the PvP and I'm just doing stupid shit, then yeah, that's something that I could have fun. But like I'm mostly AFK, right? So I feel like I'm sabotaging my team and I'm not really fond of that, but I would do it in order to get more EXP and so on and so forth. But yeah.
But I don't think that's ever happening, right?
No, it's not. It's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, that was Savix. That was why Savix stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'ma like this video. I liked it. I will link it into the chat, guys. Savix is he's a very wholesome gamer. Like I don't think I've ever watched Savix mold. I don't think I've ever watched Savix like be aggressive towards someone. No, I think he's calm, he's nice, he's super amazing, he's entertaining to watch, and like even better, especially if you just fucking vibe, if you wanna vibe, right? And yeah, like that's it.